All right. Our last core exercises for today, but certainly not the limit of what you can do with the ultimate sandbag when it comes to core exercises, is our quarter get-up progression. So the first exercise in this series, we're just going to start with body weight. There's a lot going on here. You need to lay on the ground, one foot out to the side with that knee bent, and the other leg is straight. This is sort of like a regression of a Turkish get-up, if you're familiar with that. Okay? My left arm in this case is going to be at about 45 degrees to my body. My right arm, I'm just going to place across my chest. When I go to initiate this movement, I'm going to be pushing with my right foot, pulling with my left elbow, and looking with my head in the direction that I want to go. So I'm going to start by turning my head and rolling like I'm going to roll over. At this point, I start pushing with my elbow and pushing with my foot until I reach this position here. This is my end position. I'm going to be making sure that I'm nice and tall on that elbow, just like we did in the side plank, pushing the elbow down. My chest is up. When I go to return to the floor, I'm going to drop the rib cage and slowly lean back, as controlled as I can, one vertebrae at a time. It's much more difficult than it looks. So we really want to emphasize with this one, as you're going to notice, it's much more challenging than you think it's going to be, is segmenting and really being able to control both the up and down range of motion. Things to watch for are shooting the leg kind of up like that to get momentum, or moving quickly through a sticking point where you're kind of coming up slow and then all of a sudden the head kind of pulls you through. Or same as you're coming down, you're controlled, and then all of a sudden falling toward the floor. You do what you can to get to the top position. Really emphasize the roll at first. Coming up will be the hardest, and do your best to control the down for as long as you can. And that will come faster than you think. So you're going to perform equal repetitions on both sides. I'm going to switch sides. I go to demonstrate the next one with the sandbag. So normally in your exercise prescription, you'd perform about 3 to 5 repetitions on each side with a really slow tempo so you can really learn to control that movement. As you go to add the sandbag, one of the reasons that we liked actually, sorry, I'm going to do it this way so I don't hit the microphone. One of the reasons we really like this exercise is that when performed with the kettlebell, you have to be able to have the control of the kettlebell overhead, and it has sort of complexities for the back of the wrist, and if you have a hand or wrist injury, it's kind of difficult to perform. This one we can put the sandbag with a really light load, 10 pounds, and the bag is going to make a huge difference. So same technique, we're going to really have to work through that sticking point. And notice even I am tempted here to grab onto the mat to help pull myself up in a position, slowly as I can, back down. This is the foundation movement for Turkish get-ups and all kinds of flow sequences. And it works great on its own. Getting my own little workout in here. Such a beautiful exercise and so important. Being able to get up and down off of the floor is hugely imperative for any population, and that skill really keeps that muscle slings and systems strong to be able to help accommodate somebody returning from an injury who's just had trouble getting up and down off the floor, or an athlete that just wants to get stronger. All right, give that a try and let us know how it goes.